Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Coming up, I'll be showing you how I made a replica of this cool CNC layered animal art in the Power Up Collab, hosted by Sarah over at Can Sarah DIY It and co-hosted by Robin at Crafts Unleashed by Robin. Check out their links in the description box below. Today, I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to use a scroll saw. In September of 2021, I got myself a scroll saw and I learned how to scroll. It's pretty fun and it was intimidating at first, but once I got the hang of it, I was doing awesome. My printer was out of ink and I saw this cool video of a CNC layered wolf and I thought, I can do that. So what I did was I took a paper and a pen and I traced the picture off the computer to make a pattern. Using my cordless drill, I made some pilot holes, which are holes in the wood that I can use to thread my scroll saw blade through, so I can get a cut in the middle of the pattern. Instead of starting from the outside, I can start from the inside. Now this pattern was layered and I'm doing the second layer here, which is the intricate middle of the wolf. There was also a back part that I had to do, and I also had to do the part of the wolf's legs. So I decided to do this section first because it was the hardest. Now each time I have to scroll inside the wolf's body, because there was a pattern in there, I had to remove the head of the scroll saw where the blade clamp is attached, undo the blade clamp, and then take the blade out and then thread the blade into the new spot. So it was very time consuming because I had to do that each time I wanted the blade to go into a new spot. I really love my scroll saw because I can do anything I want with it. If there's a pattern that I see on the computer, I can print it out and make it right away with wood, or you can use other things like this hard cardboard that I've tried before. It also cuts different kind of plastics and even like charger plates you could do. So it's really cool owning a scroll saw because there's so many things that you can do with it. The options are endless. Now when I first got my scroll saw, I was really afraid of cutting my finger. But a lot of my friends told me, don't worry, it's really hard to cut your finger with the scroll saw. And now I am not afraid of it at all, because even a couple of times my finger got close to the blade and nothing happened. And one time even my finger hit the blade and nothing happened. So I'm not afraid of it anymore. This part of the cutting took quite a long time because there was an intricate pattern inside of the wolf. If you look at the completed project, you'll see there's a scene in the middle of the wolf, and it is another wolf who is howling at the moon in the forest. So there were some pilot holes that I forgot to make in the beginning. So I grabbed my drill and I proceeded to make the holes right on the spot. Now you want to put a piece of wood underneath your project when you do any drilling so that you don't damage your scroll saw or the table or anything that's underneath. Once I had all of the inside cut, I proceeded to cut the perimeter, the outside of the project. And here's how it looks so far. Now there was a little piece hanging off, so it was a bit fragile. And this wolf is in sections. So next I'm going to do the top section, which is going to be the perimeter, the legs, just the outside of the legs, and the trim around the head, the tail, and the chest of the wolf. So I'm just having a look at the wolf picture to decide where I'm going to be cutting. And I did make some bridges on the pattern so that I could keep certain areas without cutting out the whole thing. So I'm just cutting it out right now. And I did do this on several lives. If you want to see the completed lives, I'll link them in the description box below. Now there is a giveaway included in this collab, the Power Up Collab. Now all you have to do is go to each person's video in the playlist, watch the video, and each person will have a secret word that you will have to put in that person's comments. The winning prize of the giveaway is a $50 Amazon card. What's my word, you ask? My word is howl. So make sure when you leave a comment down below, you write the word howl if you want to be entered into the giveaway. And also, you will have to watch the other ladies' fabulous videos and enter their words as well in their comment boxes under their videos. So good luck, everyone. Once I had the back all cut out, I took the paper off and I used my sander and I sanded it all just to get all the wispies away. And here it is. Just cleaning up the scroll saw a little bit. Then I put all of the pieces together just to make sure everything lined up, and gave them a little sand as well. Taking away any flyaway pieces. Put the two pieces on top of each other, and then the outer part, the trim, put that all on, and here's what it looks like. The next step was painting, and I did have to paint different colors, and what I did was I used aluminum foil as little paint pots because I didn't have anything else. And I mixed up some paints, different ones. So I took white and I added a little bit of yellow to make like a beige color. And I had like a bright red that I added brown to and made it a brown color, like a reddy brown, I guess. And also there was a gray color that I made as well by mixing colors. And I decided to paint the back the beige color, and then the middle part, it was brown, and then the outer part was like the gray brown color, so there'd be a contrast. So here's what the back and the middle part look like put together, and I was just putting the trim on next. Now I did decide I wanted some lights on the inside, just like it was in the video that I had saw. So what I did was I took some Jenga blocks and I made them as spacers in between, so there was like a little shadow. And I did glue in those Jenga blocks. Now, what I did was I didn't glue them to the base. I glued them to the back of where the pattern was, so you couldn't see the blocks, but I still had room to put the lights down. So the next thing I did was I took a string of lights that I got from Dollar Tree, and I undid the little screw for the batteries, and I added some batteries, and I had it lit up while I was putting it in the wolf because I wanted to see exactly where the lights were going to go. So I'm just adjusting it here. I did have to stand up so I could see it better. And I'm making sure you can't see the Jenga blocks, and also I'm able to put the lights in and measure where I could see them through when I put the top on. Once I got the lights into place, I had to put the top back on just to make sure and measure that I had every light in the right spot. Then I took some tissue paper, the inside of the tissue paper, because it was like a beige color, and I proceeded to use regular school glue, the clear glue, Elmer's, just to glue that down on the inside to cover the wire of the lights, because I didn't like how the lights were looking with the wire. You could see it when it was lit up. So I used the tissue paper to cover the wire, and because the tissue paper was the same color as the backboard, it blended in nicely and you could hardly tell where the wires were. So I was pretty happy with that. Once it was all completed and I was completely happy, I turned off the lights and I fell in love with my wolf. I thought it turned out amazing. I loved it. Now I ended up giving it for Christmas to my sister-in-law, and she absolutely loved it. Not only because she loves wolves, but because I made it. It came from the heart. If you want to be entered in the $50 Amazon card giveaway, make sure to mention my word in the comments under this video. And my word is howl. Make sure to watch the playlist of all the other awesome contributors in this challenge. I want to thank you for watching, for giving me a thumbs up. And if you really like the video, you can share it out. And I especially want to thank my friend Doug for sending me the original video of this wolf. Make sure to check out the hosts of this cool Power Up collaboration, Can Sarah DIY It, and Crafts Unleashed by Robin, and all of the wonderful ladies in the playlist. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Dream, smile, and laugh out loud. Bye, everyone.